Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Keisha. Welcome to day 24 of NTI. I hope that you are doing well today and that you're ready to do some speech work today. Um, let's take a look and see what we're going to be doing. All right. On today, it is week 5 and day 24. And it says that for today, we are supposed to watch our favorite movie. That's exciting. And listen for words with our target sound and practice them. Oh, so that can be very exciting. Um, so let's decide before we pick a movie, which I've kind of already got one picked out for us for practice, what sound we want to listen for. So, again, today I have my trusty dice and I have written sounds on it that we haven't practiced yet. There's Z and Z and J and sh, and V. I think those are the ones we haven't covered yet this week. So I'm going to roll the dice and see which one we're going to practice. And this time we have the R sound. All right. So I know that in my speech class, I have a lot of kiddos that work on the R sound. Okay. So before we start listening to or watching a little bit of a movie and trying to listen for some R sounds, let's talk about what our tongue does when we make the R sound. A lot of things happen with our tongue when we make the R sound. It's not like the L where we can just put it up behind our teeth, or it's not like the SH where just rounding our lips makes a big difference. So for the R sound, our tongue is in the back. And it's kind of like you want to say the E. And when you say the E sound, you will feel that your tongue is touching both sides of your teeth. So if you say E and you close your eyes, E, you can feel your tongue touching both sides of your teeth on this side and this side. E. Now, if you take your tongue and you pull it back, E, you've got your tongue wide and fat in the back like you need it to be. So, E. Now, what you need to do to get that R sound is to make it tight. So, Miss Keisha always says that you can bend your arm like this, but you're not making your muscle tight if you just bend it. But to make your muscle tight, you have to squeeze it. And you can feel that your arm muscle gets tight. Well, bending it doesn't make it tight. You have to squeeze it. And so you have to do the same thing with your tongue because it is a muscle too. So pull your tongue in the back and squeeze it. So pull it back. Start with the E. E. Pull it back. And make it tight. And you almost want to growl. That's one way to make the R sound. That's kind of bunching it in the back. You can also make your tongue flip back like an L and make it tight. See, my tongue curls to the back, kind of like a backward C. And I round my lips. This is what my tongue's doing. But it's back here. Whichever way works for you is the way that I would want you to do it, okay? So you have bunching that starts like an E, or hurling, Now, either one that you choose to do, the big big thing that you must remember is to always tighten that tongue. If you don't tighten your tongue and you just put it in the back or you just curl it back, you still get lazy tongue. Oh, oh, oh. And it sounds like oh, oh. So you still get caw. And what's another ending sound? Bell, bell. So you can still get your tongue in the right spot back there, but if you don't make it tight, it still doesn't come out the right way. And it still sounds like you have lazy tongue syndrome. And that's what Miss Keisha calls it. Your tongue is up and it's in the right spot, but you're not making it tight like a muscle. And so therefore it sounds like a lazy tongue sound. Oh, you don't want to have lazy tongue. You want to have a strong tongue. You want to make it tight. Okay, so now that we've talked about how we can make that strong R sound, I'm going to write it on my board. So the sound we're going to be listening for first is the R sound. Now, I don't know if you've heard of the movie Wonder Park. 2 R's there. But that's the movie that I'm going to show you a little bit of. So what we're going to do is we're just going to watch a few seconds of it. And in those few seconds, we're going to listen for words that have that R sound in them. Now, remember, R does not always happen, not just R, but any sounds. They don't just happen at the beginning of the word like red, okay? They happen all parts of words. Words have beginning parts, middle parts, and ending parts. So in the word wonder park, where are all those R sounds? Wonder is at the end, and park is in the middle. So we could go ahead and we can write those words down. And I think in the movie, they probably use those as one word put together, contraction. But for what we're doing right now, we're just going to use them as 2 words. So we would write down wonder park. So, like I said, what you want to do with that R sound, wonder park. Remember, you're bunching or you're curling, whichever one works for you. Important part is to have a tight muscle squeeze. And it might help for you to squeeze your hands together or make a fist when you know you're making that R sound so that you think about making your tongue tight. Okay? So let's watch a few minutes of Wonder Park and see if you hear any of those sounds. I'm hoping that the sound works so that you can hear it. It says that the sound is muted, and I don't know how to unmute it. Oh, mercy. All right, let's stop right there and see if you can. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm hoping that you could hear it. One sentence that they said was, "We are the wonder in Wonderland." So, just in that one sentence, we are the wonder in Wonderland. What did you hear that had R's in it? We are. So let's write down the word are. A-R-E. Are. Now, although there's an E at the end of that word, that when we say are, where is or what position is the sound? Is it the beginning, the middle, or the end? Are. It's the ending sound. Don't let it trick you, because just because there's an E in the spelling, it is the ending sound. R. So, R. Remember to make your tongue tight. Wide and fat and in the back. R. And tight. Now, we are the wonder. We already wrote that. Wonder. So that's your ending. Wonder. All right, let's see if we can watch another part of it. I really hope you can hear it. I'm trying to be quiet, so maybe you can hear it through my speaker. She said the last one to clockwork swings is a rotten avocado. So the last one to clockwork. So we have the word work. Now, the thing about any word with an R and a W is it's really hard to say when you're working on your R's. So let's write down the rest of these words and then we'll come back and we'll practice them. So clockwork springs. Oh, not springs. It was swings. My mistake. Swings is a rotten, and rotten does have an R. Avocado. So we have two more words. So we have work. Now, most people who work on their R sounds, they make kind of a W or an sound for that for the R. So we want to make sure we're not making that sound together so it doesn't come out wook. So make sure you're not saying wook, that you're saying You got to make that tongue back, bunch it or curl it, but make it what? Tight. So work, right? Okay. And then the other one is rotten. Now, beginning R is a whole lot easier to say than any of those other R's we've worked on so far. So you can get your tongue ready before you ever have to say the word. So before you start, think about where your tongue is, back, and either curl it or bunch it, and tight. Think about it, squeeze it, and rotten. Good job. Good job. All right. I'm really hoping that you can hear this video. All right, let's watch a little bit more. All right. Well, Miss Keisha was able to get several words, and maybe the best thing for you to do is while you're listening, I know it's hard to hear those words while they're talking. Maybe your speech helper, your homework helper, they can write down some words for you, and maybe you can talk about them together where they can say, now listen to this word. Did you hear R in this word? So maybe just watch about 5 minutes of the movie, maybe 10. Watch it together. You see if you can hear some words. Your homework helper can see if they can hear some words, and maybe you can take notes together. In just those few seconds that we watched together, then, if you could hear it, Miss Keisha wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more words. And I know there were more that I missed. Okay, so I'm going to show you the words that I got just in those few seconds. In those few seconds, I got the word brother. I've got the word picture, which I forgot to underline my R. 3, snort, and totter, like a teeter totter. All right, so let's practice these words. The first one, and it actually has 2 R's in it, and Miss Keisha didn't underline both of them, is the word brother. Brother. So we've got to think about an R after the B. That's a blend. Brr, brr, brr. And put those 2 sounds together. Brr. And then at the end, there, there, there. So brother. 2 R's. So you might get one. So you might get brother, or you might get brother. Hopefully, though, you'll get both of those. Brother. Brother. All right. And the next one Miss Keisha wrote down was picture. Now remember, when you get to that R sound, what do we got to focus on? Making that tongue tight. So picture. Picture. Right. The next one is the word 3. 3. Good job. So that is another one that's a blend. So the THR goes together. 3. 3. So put your TH and your R together. 3. Good job. Now here's an OR, and ORs are kind of hard. So let's see how we can do with it. So it's in the middle. OR's in the middle. Snort. Now this is one where we've got to make the O first. So it's going to kind of be down low. And then we're going to move our tongue back for the R. So snort. Our jaw has to move. Snort. See my jaw? Snort. Snort. You have to kind of make that bounce in your jaw movement in order to get the okay? And then the last one that Miss Keisha heard was here, right there. Totter. Like I said, a teeter totter. You ever been on a teeter totter? Sometimes we call them a seesaw. So we can do teeter totter, or we can just practice the word totter. Either way, it's the at the end. Not a not a teeter-totter. I don't want to hear any teeter-totters. I want to hear teeter-totter. Okay? Practice with all your might. Make that sound tight at the end. Teeter-totter. Did you do it? Did you hear it? Was it a teetle-toddle? Or was it a teeter-totter? I hope you got it. All right, good job. All right, let's see. I'm going to stop for now for the R sound and see how this video turned out and hope that we can hear the sound. And I hope that you guys enjoy watching your favorite movie and you listen for your sound. Okay, so remember, you're not doing R if it's not your sound. You're going to listen for whatever your sound is. Okay, so remember, your helper can listen for your sound, and you're going to help them and write those sounds down and practice them. Okay. All right. Well, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.